Hello and welcome to UB in Review for Friday, December 22, 2023. My name is Elias Luna and I'm an English major pursuing a bachelor's degree at the University of Belize. Tonight's newscast is a bittersweet moment as we present the last of this week's stories from us here at UB in Review. As we've heard from previous reports this week, the University of Belize held its annual semester kickoff extravaganza to start the new academic year on August 21, 2023. The event's wide range of activities and clubs demonstrated the university's dedication to building a lively and welcoming community. From informative displays about other student groups to vibrant musical performances by the UB Garifuna Student Association, semester kickoff was a definite success. Shadell Lewis reports.
The UB Garifuna Student Association was established on May 8, 2023, as a dedicated group sharing a common interest in celebrating and preserving the rich culture and heritage of the Garifuna people. We spoke with Ellie Castillo, the president of the UB Garifuna Student Association, to find out more about upcoming events.
Today we displayed the different parts of our culture, which was the food, music, and the different clothing, which was displayed on our board. My aim for this semester is recruiting new people, of course, and teaching them more about our culture and what it's like. Everyone is welcome, not only Garifuna people. I intend to have a Miss Garifuna UB this semester. That is a plan. I hope we execute it well. We'll be having different fundraising drummings around the campus, on and off the campus, I should say. And we also had Saho. If you didn't get it, you missed out.
One such important event was the celebration of the 19th of November, which was celebrated on campus with a ceremony for a Garifuna exhibition, which was a collaborative effort between the university, the National Institute of Culture and History, and the Belmopan City Council. Henry Gordon, a student from the Faculty of Health Science, spoke to us about the importance of the exhibit for him as a young Garifuna man.
The importance of this exhibition, the Garifuna exhibition, is for us to preserve our culture, and not only preserve our culture, it also helps us to build a sense of pride. Like, for example, for me, I'm a young Garifuna man coming to the University of Belize, and this right here, this school exhibition, this make me feel a sense of pride and passion towards my culture, and it also allows me and gives me the pride to, reach out to people and to teach something new for them to learn and for them to understand where I come from and my people.
Attending this exhibit makes me more familiarized with the other cultures and Garifuna culture, and that is why I see it as important, because I get to know about how it was back in history and all of their practices, and it familiarizes me and makes me feel more connected with other cultures. The music that they play, I often enjoy listening to their music, and I do appreciate the art that they have and their attire, and I connect with it through like the foods that they have. I enjoy eating hodot. Foods like that are really amazing. The Garifuna people have made significant contributions to Belizean culture and society, and we join in the national celebration of their cultural heritage.
Shadell Lewis for UB in Review.
The University of Belize is known for its continued dedication to student improvement and engagement, so it may come as no surprise that this semester saw a number of seminars aimed at engaging men and boys. UB in Review spoke with Jeremy Vargas, the university's counselor, who led the event through the UB Wellness Center. Here's how that interview went.
When we talk about engaging men and boys, we're trying to create an environment where they can express themselves. Systematically in our culture in Belize, we've been told that men aren't supposed to have emotions or to cry or to experience things, and we don't have many male figures or male authority figures that we can look up to as role models. So we tend to gravitate to different avenues that aren't functional or helpful for growth. So by doing this seminar, the Engaging Men and Boys seminar, it's actually in partnership with the S Clan.
Promoting having these trainings to young men and boys and females as well, so that we can have all of them and all of the participants throughout the country know and advocate anything gender-based.
Our liaison through UB is Miss Azalia LaRue. She is excellent at what she does, and she has been engaging these young men. It's good to see that young men are getting out there. So it's about creating an opportunity for them to express themselves and find avenues of how to reach out to serves their community appropriately.
In partnership with the SCLAN liaison, Azalea LaRue, the seminar helps men and boys locate appropriate ways to serve their communities.
Some very good topics like anger management, good communication, what is the stereotypes that need to be broken so we can end the vicious cycle of gender-based violence in the youth.
By implementing it first in Belmopan, it allowed us a lot of freedom to see what were some of the roadblocks for it. So now we did it in Belize City, and there was a smaller campus in here, and there were some roadblocks to that as well, but we still got some engagement out of it. So we would welcome collaborations with other organizations. I would focus more on the university and the university students first, because they are a selected group of students that vary on their presentation. So we have a representation of the greater Belize here. And it's amazing to see that, because you'll see the different cultures interacting in different age groups as well. And if we can impact them here, and then they go out and impact their own respective communities, then we've done what we needed to do, right? So the activities were creative. They involved like using different tools to their advantage, drawing different diagrams. And it's amazing to see how creative and how many different perspectives we get. Because some drew features from animes that they watched, and while others drew from like sci-fi related content. Some stuck to the traditional stick figures, and it was interesting. And they all collaborated together to make contrasts and comparisons. And I think by the end of it, they all expanded their horizons, which is what we wanted.
A similar exciting session is under planning in collaboration with the Ahmadiyya Mosque and the University of Belize, tagged Coffee Hours with a Muslim. For the time being, the seminars are catered to the University of Belize, an act that provides the team with an excellent opportunity to view the effect of the workshop on our diverse campus population.
These trainings are very impactful and important for everyone in Belize, especially because we need to start from the younger generations who are more adapted to change and who will be our
Elias Luna with UB in Review. Don't go anywhere, because when we come back, we'll be delving into the adventures of UB's Environmental Club. We'll be right back. UB's semester kickoff was an energy-driven event in which student organizations showcased engaging displays and interactive activities. From the Environmental Club to the IT enthusiasts, the canopy became a carnival of intellectual curiosity and creativity. Members from the Environmental Club were actively involved by highlighting the many ways in which they have worked in promoting conservation through educational outreach. Mia Burns was on campus and shares this story.
The Environmental Club has quickly become a force for positive change on our campus.
Who do you think got the highest score for the best food? Do you think it's the Children's Club? Do you think it was the Cinema Club? Do you think it was the Environmental Club? The club that has been, is the Environmental Club still here? All right, so the best food prize goes to the Environmental Club. Congratulations to the Environmental Club.
Today was the kickoff, and we won Best Food for the third semester kickoff in a row. And it's very exciting because we try to put our best foot forward, and our club is one of the biggest on campus. I hope that other clubs could take after it and become very interactive, because like every week we do have activities for our members, whether it's learning or being active in the environment by doing cleanups or different sustainability measures like reforestation and other things like that.
In an enlightening interview during the semester kickoff, we learned from Dr. Pio Seki how the Environmental Club is making a mark through hands-on projects that foster a more eco-friendly school community.
I am the advisor for the Environmental Club. The Environmental Club is actually comprised of science students mostly, although we welcome students from all faculty, from science, education, nursing, whatever that you want to be. So as long as you're interested in the environment, you're welcome to do so. And because of its dynamism, we actually get a lot of very talented, committed, and very exciting people to do work in conservation. The second reason why it is really dynamic is that these students are committed to doing real work. We're not just about having fun partying, but we actually go out and do things. We have done educational outreach for like San Pedro and town council. We've worked with the SJ student conservation group. We go to communities, we go to schools. We partner with large organizational groups, Oceana, WCS, Police Urban Society, all these different organizations we work with.
As the Environmental Club at the University of Belize continues to grow, its members are optimistic about the positive changes they can bring about within the school and the community. President of the Environmental Club, Kaisha Furman, shared more.
Past versions of the club were just about NRM majors, but since I co-founded it in February 2022, it's been about every major. Regardless of your major, you just have to have a love for the environment and a passion for conservation to join, and you have to have a commitment to attending events. That's all we require. We also have different positions in our exec, like business majors could go more for treasury, and so their passions aren't neglected inside of the club. It's more of a compliment. You could see how your current major works in the world of sustainability, and so we work with our majors off and on to see where they best fit.
We welcome students from all faculty, from science, education, nursing, whatever that you want to be. So as long as you're interested in the environment, you're welcome to do so. And because of its dynamism, we actually get a lot of very talented, committed, and very exciting people to do work in conservation.
The journey towards a greener future isn't just for the club members. It's an invitation to all students and to the public. Your involvement matters, and preservation and protection begins with you. As their catchphrase says, serve to conserve and let nature educate. Mia Burns for UB in Review.
While we are proud of the work the Environmental Club has been doing to conserve and ensure a peaceful environment, students on the other side of campus were doing anything but upholding the peace at this year's UB Jaguar Voices in Concert, held on Tuesday, November 14 at the SDC. Our student reporter, Mariette Romero, spoke to Stuart Penner, a popular UB vocalist who assisted in coordinating this event.
Penner explains that the Jaguar Voices in Concert was an idea he developed when he noticed that musical performance events were not in the works for the entirety of the first semester of 2023.
I planned this event to allow other students like myself that have talent and want to share their talents with the students and with the wider community. I started singing when I was a kid. My family noticed that I had talent, so they enrolled me in a music school to develop it. And once I reached to UB, I found some musicians to work with, and we sang on and off campus. Music's role in those that practice it, it helps to make a person outgoing, as well as boosting their self-confidence and self-esteem. That has helped me so much. Doing these things out in public is not something that you get the chance to do every day. And in music, hey, you have an excuse. Let's just go and get out there and sing something. You know, even for the performers, it's not just about if you get paid to do a gig or the publicity, it's about having fun as well.
Stuart Penner's initiative in the arts should serve as a blueprint for the rest of us to create the inclusive spaces we
I
seek.
hope that next year's event will be bigger and better in every way.
This has been Mariette Romero for UB in Review.
And with the end of the semester, stressed as we all were in the weeks leading up to the finals, our next story is one of hope and love, both important virtues to survive university life. Christy Rodriguez joined the members of UB's branch of the Inter-Varsity Christian Fellowship and files this report.
The Inter-Varsity Fellowship Christian Club is a welcoming and safe environment where UB students who are Christians or faith seekers come in order to deepen and encourage each other to broaden their love towards God.
I'm a part of the exec team. I'm the social media person. outside of outreach person. So if you need somebody to talk to, I'm not gonna. So a lot of people my age, a lot of people who go to UB, they share away from God. Me, growing up as a Christian, I know that God stands for us and God loves us, so I can't live with that negative effect that people have of God. So my goal is to change the rep of God new in our young people in UB, in society, and so that people could draw closer to God and hopefully Belize as a society as well will take a third part of this.
Eddie Joseph, a staff member for the IVCF, tells us more.
We believe as Christians, our job is to represent and show God's love to everybody around us. And so sometimes students think that is really left to adults or left to pastors, and we want to encourage students that God has a calling for you right now where you are. You don't have to wait for 20 years. You don't have to wait for your pastor to come on campus to do the work. That God has a calling for you on campus. And some of those basic ones are just love and serve. Get to know what the needs are on campus and see how you can meet those. Pray for the campus, pray for your teachers, pray for your fellow students.
When asked about what the goals of the club are, Mr. Joseph had this to share.
I would love to see the club be just one of, to be well known on campus as really pushing the success of UB. But the Christian club, because it's a Christian club, doesn't have to have this competing ideas or values with the university, but we can really come alongside and support the university with the goals that it has. We want to see leaders. We want to see responsible young people grow up to just really develop Belize and grow Belize into where it needs to be. And so how do we as a Christian club support that? So yeah, I think that in the next few years, seeing our leaders be leaders on campus, seeing them really be champions for UB in Belize and beyond.
The president of the IVCF welcomed all students on campus to be a part of this exciting club.
It's a bit different from your typical Christian pub or your church setting. It's a lot more free-flowing, and we really encourage discussion and your opinions. So even if you aren't a Christian or you don't believe in God, I would still love to see you here. And we're not going to force anything. It's just we want you here and just to listen, have conversations with us. We already had a few members. Tonight we had 20 members, which is pretty good, and we're aiming for 50. We're here every Thursday at the Jaguar building, B1, the first floor, first room. We normally have snacks and drinks and stuff. We have different activities, icebreakers. Sometimes we have guest speakers, and we just do a lot of fun stuff, guys. So definitely just reach out.
Chrissy Dominguez with UB in Review.
Our feature story tonight is entitled Commuter Chronicles. It's a story about the commitments and sacrifices of the University of Belize's commuting students, a journey marked by early morning bus rides, shared taxis, and an unwavering pursuit of a brighter future. Through their eyes, Shadell Lewis explores the impact of the commutes that shaped their university experience.
As the sun rises above the landscape of Belize, students of diverse backgrounds embark on their journey to the University of Belize with a backpack full of dreams and a spirit undiscouraged by the challenges of commuting. The 2023 academic year saw a total of 320 students commuting to the Belmopan campus from different parts of the country. These students embody the diversity that makes our university experience truly unique. We spoke to 3 commuting students from Corozal, Cayo, and Dangriga who shared their experiences.
My day start at about 4:30 in the morning. Get up, help my father around, before catching the bus at about 7 a.m. to come to school. The bus ride about an hour and a half, and from there I walk from the terminal until I reach the school to save a little bit more money to have for something if I really need it. Sometimes some of my friends take me to the terminal, and sometimes I just walk to the terminal. I reach home about 9 o'clock. Yeah, 9 o'clock. Sometimes I reach home earlier, but 9 o'clock is the latest.
I'm from Corozal, and coming to school is actually really hectic for me because I leave Tuesday mornings from Corozal at 2 a.m. I wake up at 2 a.m. and the bus leaves at 2:30, so I have to be there early
For example, this week there was a holiday, so I had to be there super early because the bus was packed, and then you don't get a chair and you have to stand the entire way to Belmopan because it's an express. So I was there from 2 a.m. The bus came at 2:30, and then I get here at 6 a.m. When I get here, I need to nap for like an hour because I'm exhausted, and then from there, by like 7, I'm getting ready for school because I need to be at school for 8 a.m. I'm a student worker, so I work from 8 a.m. and then I normally come off shift just before my classes. My first class starts at 11 a.m. So I don't really get like a break in between on some days.
Life as a commuting student is very difficult, and it's very somewhat draining from time to time, especially if you have a job or especially if you have different things to do at home.
Each individual emphasized the importance of scheduling to their everyday routines.
I would train in the mornings. I would wake up at 4 o'clock, train there. 5 o'clock I would be home, get something to eat, get dressed. 6 o'clock I catch the 6:30 bus, and then I would be heading to school. By the time 8 o'clock I'll be here. There was times where I was working, and immediately after work I had to catch a bus, and then I would be traveling in the bus for like an hour or so, and then I would have to walk from the terminal to school, and it takes a toll. It takes a toll on you, especially if you're doing it for months and months. And
it's hard. It's hard because you have to be dedicated.
It gets a little unmotivating when you're being a full-time student and you're not making enough money, and you're spending a majority of your money is going to transportation, and it's also very time oriented.
I have a schedule. I set a schedule for every day at night before I go to sleep, and I try to go by my schedule every day and to make sure everything gets done on time.
Scheduling is so important. I need to make sure that I'm on time for my classes. Some of my teachers, they believe in being on time. If you are late, you need a doctor's note or a proper reason as to why they won't let you in. And that's understandable. I'm paying for these classes, so I should be there. So scheduling is very, very important.
We also learn about the financial obstacles that commuters must overcome in order to follow their dreams.
It takes a toll on me financially, simply because I would have to spend money out of mine, and I would be spending somewhere between $20 to $50 weekly, and that's sometimes I would be here on the weekends to help, volunteer, and all these things. So we would be spending roughly around $50 to $60.
Traveling every day was something that my family and I had considered. I was willing to do it because my classes are only Tuesdays and Thursdays. So I thought about it, but it would have been too expensive. One trip is $20 from Curacao to Belmopan. The only reason I'm getting by is because I have two sets of families. I have my mom and my stepdad, and then my dad and his partner. And at the same time, I'm working the work study.
So the big question is, why do they do it? Their answers are rooted in determination and a clear vision for the future.
To be honest, just for the degree. It's just for the degree and further my education and get a better life for me and my family back home. So that is it. It's hard, but you have to push through it. It's just for a little bit of time, and the payout is for a lifetime.
I have a dream, a goal, an endpoint. I believe that I am a scientist, and I wish to further educate myself. I want to become a medical laboratory scientist someday. I have an associate's in biology and chemistry, but it's not enough for me. I want more.
It'll be worth it when I have my associates, when I have my bachelor's, and I can also see myself. I have the struggles of these things because hard times make hard men. That's what they say. But that's what motivates me, is that after all is said and done, it'll be worth it when I'm standing on that podium and I get my associates in my hand, or my bachelor's, or my doctorates, or so on, and I can see that I have made sacrifices, that knowing that in the end of the day, it'll be worth it.
Hard work pays off. I mean, I didn't think that I'd be here. I don't exactly come from the best financial track, right? Like, my parents are not well off or okay. And doing sixth form was hectic for me. I have a little sister right now that's in sixth form. And at the same time, I'm attending the UB. The bills are not cheap, but I'm doing it because I do believe that at the end of the day, it will pay off.
Share the lowest for UB interview.
And that concludes this semester's edition of UB in Review. A heartfelt thank you to all those who generously shared their insights during our interviews, and to the entire community of the University of Belize for your unwavering support. Hopefully, this is just the beginning of our journey together. Your belief in us fuels our commitment to bringing you the latest and most compelling stories from our university. Until next time, Jaguars, stay connected and stay inspired. This is UB in Review, signing off.